for Australia. Olympic gold, World Cup silver, a couple of Commonwealth Games gold medals. Pretty awesome journey from late 90s until 2008. Tell us a little bit about that journey, how it started.
Yeah, well, I guess it goes back to my childhood, growing up around the hockey in Hobart. Dad was a state player for Tassie, and so our weekends, we lived at the hockey, and that's all I knew on a weekend, but that's all I wanted to do as well. So I always had a cut-off hockey stick from a young kid. I think it was back in '97, around the Junior World Cup time. I was part of the junior Aussie guys, and I moved to Perth and got an AI scholarship in Perth, at the hockey centre there. Lived there for 10 years, I think, before moving here to Brisbane. So I guess my journey started in the juniors. We won a Junior World Cup, '97, and then transitioned into the senior squad in '98. Was there through till 2008, when I retired.
Coaching fulfills some of those adrenaline rushes that you get. I was watching the Beckham documentary. I'm not too sure if you've seen it, but I think Rio Ferdinand said if you could bottle up that adrenaline that you get from winning or playing for your country, or he played for Manchester United, you could be a billionaire if you'd bottle it up and sell it. Does that coaching fulfill some of that adrenaline that you used to get from being a player?
Well, I guess the adrenaline for me now is about watching young guys that you've coached or had an influence on in their career start achieving their goals and go through the same emotions that that I did as a player. I love that part of it now. Know that you've helped them, you've helped guide them, and again, keeping in touch with the guys. My role here in Queensland is to coach guys, transition them into the Aussie teams and get them over to Perth into that environment there. And so when they do that and they get training and they go to Com Games, World Cups, Olympics, it makes you feel really part of it and proud of them.
What do you think makes a good hockey player these days? Like, not just a good player, great player. There's a lot of aspects you need to be great. What are they, in your opinion?
I think one of the biggest things is actually it's the mind, it's the mindset of the player, and it's the will and desire and how much they actually really want to be the best player in the world. Because you get some players that sounds good, to play for Australia, to play international hockey, go to Olympic Games, but probably understanding the commitment that comes with that, and some of the decision making you've got to have along the way.
There was a couple of things you would change in today's game. Penalty corners are a big talking point. It's quite dangerous. People now are running straight down the barrel, so to speak, straight at the ball.
Look, if you're going to change it at all, I think that's something that's special about our game. Penalty corners, I'd hate to see them actually remove it and ban penalty corners because of saying that it's dangerous. If I was going to change it, I'd just say that you've got to keep it at board height. All your first shots direct from the top of the circle have to hit the backboard. I think the flickers these days, the majority of goals, I'd probably argue, hit the backboard anyway.
So what are your favourite memories of playing? Like, we won the Olympic gold, which was obviously right up there. Are there any other ones that are just like from when you were a kid, or just that you stick in your mind?
I think a couple for me was your first game. So back in the day when I played my first game, you could sub people on and off for penalty corners. So it was in Hobart in front of my home crowd. So I'm pumped up. It was against the Dutch, and so my debut was 20 seconds to run on the field, hit a penalty corner, and then run back off. And I was excited getting out there. I couldn't get off quick enough. One of the others was 2005, Champions Trophy was in Chennai in India. And the lead up to that was, I had a bit of a hangover from 2004 Olympics, and I really struggled getting back into it. Form was down. I remember Baz ringing me 2 days in a row and ripping shreds out of me about not fit enough, not playing well, just in party mode, needed to sort myself out more or less. And the first day I thought that was hard, but when he came back the second day for seconds, I thought, geez, I really do have to pull my finger out here. We went away to Europe, and I sat in the stands as 17th, 18th guy, and I wasn't in the main group playing, and that hurt. I wasn't playing well. I had to go away and really think about it, and back here, I think it was almost my last chance, was the Champions Trophy in December 2005 in Chennai, and I felt like I got myself back in, had a really good tournament, and establish himself back into that group, and knew from that moment that I was back on track.
You've played on 1,000 hockey turfs, probably more. What makes a good hockey turf, and how much preparation on the turf do you have to have before you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I always loved the original Amstelveen surface because the ball just was perfectly ran across the surface. It was nice and spongy, and to hit a ball, I could smash a ball, and that's what I love doing. So I certainly think a surface that is true, and also one that's nice and smooth, that you can see the skills, and they're faster, I guess. So a slick turf is pretty good. Who
do you think is the best player you've ever played against or with in the world?
I think through my time, Teun de Nooijer from Holland. He was always the hardest guy to defend. He was fast, he was skillful, he just had everything. Great to watch when you weren't playing against them. A nightmare when you were, and you're always scared. There was a moment I was pretty scared of Teun, just thinking, what's he got for me today? And I always used to keep count of how many times I could actually tackle him and get the ball off him, and I spent a lot of time chasing him. So he was amazing to watch, and what he achieved in his time.
It's been great to play so many games with you for Australia. It's great to see you coach now, the Brisbane Blaze. Wonderful career. You shouldn't have any regrets because you gave it everything you got, and thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. It's a great chat.